All right, so let's look at another example with the equation here. So y is equal to -2 times the quantity x minus 1 in parentheses squared plus 18. And we're going to find the vertex, the y-intercept, and the zeros. Remember, those zeros are our x-intercepts. Okay. And with that and the information that we know that this is going to open down, our vertex is a max, and a couple of points that we're going to find here, we should be able to make a pretty good graph of this actually, which is cool. Okay, so let's start off with our vertex. Since it's in vertex form, I have a times x minus h squared plus k. So it looks like my vertex is 1, 18. And then to do the y-intercept and the x-intercept, I want to take this out of vertex form and put it into a standard form, so it's a little easier to see what I have and to use some other techniques. So this is -2 times x minus 1 times x minus 1 plus 18. So we'll need to FOIL this out, right? So those 4 numbers there, 4 pieces. I get x squared minus x plus 1 plus 18. So -2 times x squared minus 2x plus 1 plus 18. And I'll distribute this -2 in here. So I have -2x squared plus 4x, and then -2 times plus 1, so it's -2 plus 18. And one last step, so f of x is -2x squared plus 4x plus 16. All right, so let's see, how about the y-intercept? So we know that the y-intercept happens when x is equal to 0. Okay, so if I do f of 0, then this term will be a 0, this term will be a 0, and I'm just left with this 16. So that means my y-intercept is the point 0, 16. Right, so I already have 2 points for this graph. I know that it opens down because A is negative, so it's going to be an umbrella shape, and my vertex is a max. So getting some really good information here, and we're going to pick up 2 more pieces here, the 2 x-intercepts. And that would be, if we had that, that would make it really easy to graph this. All right, so our x-intercepts are when y is equal to 0. And we have 2 ways of solving this algebraically that we've talked about in this class. One is to factor this. The other is to use the quadratic formula, and both will work here. So if you're doing the quadratic formula, your A is -2, your B is 4, and your C is 16. So you have x is equal to -4 plus or minus the square root of 4 squared minus 4 times -2 times 16, and all of that over 2 times -2. Right, so if I put this into my calculator, I get -4 plus or minus square root of 144 over -4. And then that gives me 2 answers, either x is equal to 4 or x is equal to -2. So that would mean my x-intercepts are 4, 0 and -2, 0. Okay, and then if you're interested in how that factoring works out, remember, it's more work to factor if this isn't a 1 in front of here. And as I look across, I realize that these are all divisible by 2. So I can factor out a -2, or in other words, divide each one of these terms by -2. So that gives me x squared minus 2x plus 8. And that is -2. So 8 is, oh, that's a -8, sorry. Remember, take that minus sign out. So 8 is 4 times 2. So I have x with a 2 and x with a 4. And I know that my signs are going to be one's plus and one's minus, because this is a minus here. But because this is a minus in the middle, I'll put the minus sign with the bigger one, the plus sign with the smaller one. And if I set these each equal to 0 and solve, I'm going to get x minus 4 is 0, which gives me my x equals 4. And x plus 2 equals 0, which gives me my x equals -2. All right, so that's kind of how you get all of those details, and then it would be really quick and easy to sketch a graph of this. In fact, let's go ahead and do that really quick. So 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. This has got to go up to 20. So this might be a little off scale here. We'll call these by 5s. All right, so this vertex is at 118, which is about here. We know that that's going to be a max. My y-intercept is 0, 16, so that's about here. And then these are my intercepts. So this thing is going to look like this. And then this is my axis of symmetry here. So I know that I can just reflect this over the other side. And it'll look a lot like that. All right, so there you go.